your latest book, Extreme Humanism. Another great opportunity to hear that Tom Peters mantra, people first, which I don't think we can hear enough of. And I was trying to think of a way of moving into this part of the conversation, but then also on your Twitter feed, happened across a post you were conversing back and forth with some folks about the phrase human resources. And I thought, if there's anything that sums up this idea of people first, it might be that. Tell me a little bit about that conversation.
Well, I will, and I can even make a nice little link to the great state of Maryland when I do it. So here's my story about why I don't buy the act of human resources. I grew up near Annapolis, Maryland. I was an only child. I was born on the 7th of November, 1942 at the University of Maryland Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland. I was born at 1:42 a.m. I was an only child. My parents have been trying for quite a while. So my father, an accountant, is allowed into the birthing room at 6 o'clock, and he looks my mother in the eye and says, "Oh, Evelyn, finally we have our own little human resource." He did not say that in any way, shape, or form. If I had it at hand, I would show you my baptismal certificate. It says Thomas Jacob Peters. It does not say human resource, and assets just as bad. I was doing another one of these things. You caught me out with using Twitter a lot, and somebody said something about, yes, you're right, people are our number one asset. And I said bullshit and screamed a whole lot of things that I learned when I was in the Navy years and years ago. I'm Thomas Peters. Look at my driver's license. Look at my Social Security card. I am not an asset. And all of this, incidentally, I believe, and it's the subtext or maybe even a primary text of the book, is 10 times more important as artificial intelligence takes over the lives of lawyers, doctors, engineers, and accountants, as much as it took over the world of, for our Maryland friends, the Sparrows Point Bethlehem steel mill 1,000 years ago. And it's not that humanism is the saving grace. Well, but it is. It's human. I mean, there's this term, and I think it's pretty common. I stole it from somewhere. AI versus IA. AI, artificial intelligence. We'll have this program done by 2 robots relative to you and me, and we're out on the street. And IA, which is the same tools, but it is intelligence augmented. We will use 99.9 or maybe 101% of the power of these tools, but it will be to enhance the human attributes. I want to just take a little sidebar here, which I truly, truly hope that people will listen to. And it's the best definition I've come across of humanism yet. And it's just a little tiny square, okay? Radiologists are interpreting the data that came from the CAT scan that I had on my head when I tripped and fell a month ago. And I went to the room and the techs gave me my CAT scan, and the radiologist is on the other side of the hospital or the other side of the country or wherever the radiologist is doing the analysis. Okay, we do a little trick, and I really hope people will listen carefully to this. Make your own interpretation. I am the radiologist, and I'm now looking at the screen. But now somebody has put a little picture of Tom Peters up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Because I'm sitting in that damn room 1,000 miles away, and I have no idea who the hell you are. You're a bunch of ones and zeros. They put a little picture of this guy, Tom Peters. The amount of time that I, the radiologist, spends on the analysis goes up by almost 50%. And as a result of that 50% increase in time, the number of little twitches and tweaks which are important, which I discover in my interpretive process, go through the roof. And I just love that example because we can put it in a little box and carry it around. It's not about this, it's not about that. It's what it means to introduce a human being into a process.